Hey, I'm Colonel Garuda, and today we're taking a look at the Batman Begins electronic tumbler. Now, as you can see, I do not have the packaging, and I did buy this used many years ago. And because of that, there is some dust and scratches on there, so if that bothers you, I am really sorry. But let's get right to the review. This is a really big Batmobile. And it's just really chunky, the plastic quality is really good. That is until you get to the back here. And these, I guess their fenders are kind of, they just get warped very easily. I think mine are already kind of warped, which is a big disappointment. I actually didn't notice that this got warped down here until just today as I'm filming this. But it's not really the end of the world by any means, but it's just pretty frustrating nonetheless. But it is what it is. Now this is actually an uncommon black variant. Now you might be thinking, what are you talking about? The Batmobile in the movie was black, right? Well, the original version of the toy that came out early in the year was actually a very dark purple, and it had battle damage all over it, and that kind of threw some people off. Some people like to collect variants. I don't. I like to collect Batmobiles and just toys in general that are more accurate to what's seen on screen. But that was pretty interesting. Just trying to get some dust off here for a little bit real quick. But anyway, on to the features. One thing you'll notice when rolling this thing around and touch the wheels, it's made of rubber. This is the first mainline Batmobile. In a kid's toy line to have rubber wheels, if I'm not mistaken correctly, and it just looks and feels great, and it just rolls very well. It's incredible. Now on to other features. There are 3 red buttons. I wish they were black so they were more hidden, but it's a kid's toy, it's not really a big deal. But if you push this button here, there actually has some lights and sounds to it. And that actually activates a light in the back. I'm going to dim these lights so you can see the light again. And it's going to be on a standby noise or on kind of loop noise when you push and hold the button. So if you're going to roll around with it and play around with it, you can just go like that. On to the next sound effect and lights and sounds. You got this other button on the other side and you get, as you can see again, apparently this thing has laser cans, which is really bizarre because in the movie this thing had machine guns here. I wish there were machine gun sound effects instead of the generic laser sounds, but it is what it is. And last but not least, you get a button in the middle, and upon pressing it, you get this. Now that is a really cool pop-up feature. Just the way it comes out is just so well executed, and you get some little green headlights, which is nice, but they're only on for a brief period of time. And you get these 2 missiles. Now, of course, I'm going to turn the lights back on now. They are spring-loaded and they can fire, but they don't fire very far. I mean, that one went off screen, but let's see how far this one will go. See, that's just very short-range missiles. And these are really strange. You would think they would both have the same design, but instead one looks like something you used to stab like a steak on the grill, and the other just looks like an arrow. Very interesting. Alright, we'll just put these in. Come on, there we go. And upon closing it back in, you get that same noise from earlier. And the final feature that this Batmobile has is that you can open up the cockpit so you can fit a Batman inside. And it's actually a very nice looking cockpit if you can see inside there. I mean, the seat's kind of scratched up and Obviously this Batmobile isn't in mint condition, but I still think it holds up pretty well. You got a nice big seat there. You got this controller here. It's on a hinge, which I think is pretty cool. And you can fit any Batman, or I should say most Batmans from this line. Here I just have a basic Batman, which you can just sit inside. It's a little tricky because I think the figure's a little oversized for the vehicle. And I heard that figures from the Dark Knight Rises line can fit inside this vehicle much better. Let's see if I can get Batman in there without damaging anything, like the cape. But the cape's made out of soft goods, unlike the what's it called? The Spin Master Batman figures. I almost said Batmobile figures. Like, wait, what? But anyway, you just got that in there. See, just as trouble kind of fitting in there, you kind of have to fight it to get it in. And I do not want to damage these old toys, so see if I can get it off camera. Alright, after some effort, I managed to get them in. Basically, what you have to do to get Batman inside is that you kind of have to squeeze the legs there. You kind of have to squeeze them like this just a tiny bit, and so that they fit all the way in. And then he'll be able to fit the cockpit. As you can see, there actually is a little bit of minor scratching on where Batman's cowl ear things are. So I don't know if that's anything to do, but however, these are made of rubber, so it's not like it's gonna break too easily, but something to be warned of. But that is pretty much everything this Batmobile can do. Now, if you were to buy this brand new, this toy would be in demo mode. As of now, it's in the regular on mode, but if you go, I believe it's the circle one, that's demo. Let's see. Nope, that's the off button, never mind. I think X is demo, yes, that's demo. The differences are minimal, but the electronics cut off very abruptly. But only on the turbine engine, or the engine noise. That just randomly cuts abruptly, but everything else is pretty much the same. Oh, and the noises don't really make any sound. It doesn't make any sound when you close it back together. But this is a really minimal, so I don't know why they featured that mode on this Batmobile, but I don't know, but it is what it is. And now for size comparisons, here it is next to the high-grade Gundam Revive, the Black Series Darth Nihilus, the animated Batmobile, and the Spin Master Electronic The Batman Batmobile. Overall, this Batmobile is really impressive. This Batmobile is very close to being a perfect toy, but due to some of the gripes that I have with it, I was only able to give it the double fist one instead of the triple. But if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.